What's going on? It's Suk and I'm back with a brand new video on Super Duper Tech. And in today's video, I'll be bringing you my full and in-depth review of the brand new M3 powered 2023 iMac. We are on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so if you are new around here, then I must ask you to hit the subscribe button, clicking the bell icon to be notified of when a new video goes live. But without any further ado, let's hit the titles. So first up, let's get into talking about the design of this iMac. It indeed has the same design as the previous M1 model, which was released in 2021, which is not to say it's a bad design. It's one of my favorite designs which Apple currently ships. It has a depth of 11.5mm, which indeed makes it ridiculously slim. It's got a 24-inch display, which has a white bezel going all the way around. Below the display, you will find the color matching chin, and as you can see, I've chosen for the green M3 iMac, which means the chin is also a lighter colored green compared to the rear. In order to get the design as slim as Apple have, they've put the power adapter in line, which means that the power adapter is not built directly into the iMac. The one thing which stands out to me is even though this iMac is as slim as it is, Apple have made no compromise when it comes to the speakers. They sound very loud, with them being incredibly crisp, whilst also having a surprising amount of bass. Take a listen. Another thing which hasn't changed this time around is that FaceTime HD camera, which is still a full HD 1080p webcam, although it doesn't support center stage like we see with the studio display. And I honestly think this is a missed opportunity, considering that in a lot of Apple's promotional videos and images, they seem to show this iMac in a lot of household kitchens. And center stage whilst moving around in the kitchen environment would be great. Certainly a missed opportunity, but let's take a look at what this webcam is able to produce and also what its three studio microphones are able to pick up. So the video footage you're now watching has been recorded on the M3 powered 2023 iMac. Of course, it is using the three studio quality microphones found in this iMac. So yeah, how do I sound? How do I look? At least from what I've seen, my skin tones look quite decent and my beard is decently sharp. But how do I sound? What are your thoughts? Leave them down below in the comment section. Another thing which remains unchanged is the 24-inch 4.5K Retina display, which has the same 4480 by 2520 resolution, meaning it has a pixel density of 218 pixels per inch. This display only goes up to 500 nits of brightness. It supports the P3 color gamut and also supports Apple's True Tone technology. As I'm sure you know, this iMac has Apple's updated silicon, the M3 chip. Now this M3 has an 8-core CPU with 4 performance and 4 efficiency cores and an 8-core GPU. It also supports hardware accelerated ray tracing, it has a 16-core neural engine and has a memory bandwidth of 100 gigabits. The M3 also has Apple's updated media engine, which means it's now able to decode AV1 video footage. As standard, this base model which I have here has a 256GB SSD, which is configurable to 1TB. Although if you pick the model which has a 10-core GPU, you'll find you'll be able to configure the storage to 2TB. Across the board, these iMacs start off with 8GB of unified memory, which is configurable to 24GB. On the rear of this iMac, you will find two Thunderbolt 4 USB-C ports, whilst on the left side you will find a 3.5mm headphone jack. Personally, I would have loved to have seen at least 3, so in the event that I am having to charge up my keyboard or mouse, that I am also able to have other things connected, because the M3 in this iMac only supports one external display. So one of those ports are already gone, and if I'm charging up an accessory, I have no other ports. So when it comes to transferring video footage or having any other devices connected, I have to either wait for my accessories to be charged or disconnect the display. I have to pick, and I'd rather not have to pick. Now of course you can alleviate this by going for that higher spec model, which indeed comes with 4 USB ports. So 2 of those would be USB 3 and the other 2 will be capped at Thunderbolt 4. And talking about the keyboard and mouse, the keyboard and mouse has not changed, which is bizarre because when you go onto Apple's website, you see a lot of other devices now have a USB-C port on them, whereas the keyboard and mouse that comes shipping with this iMac come with standard, the Lightning port. Which means I still need to have a USB-C to Lightning cable around on my desk despite having upgraded to the newer iPhones. Also on Apple's website, they talk very highly about the Magic Keyboard, which has Touch ID built into it, but with this entry model, you don't get Touch ID. But you do get that on the higher spec model. You're still unable to charge the Magic Mouse and use it at the same time because of Apple's brilliant placement. But hey, at least they come colour matched to the colour of your iMac, and so does that Lightning to USB-C cable. You'll also find that this iMac supports Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3. And whilst I've had no Wi-Fi issues, it's always good to see improvements in the wireless capabilities of any device. And what Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3 will primarily bring is increased range, which once again is not a bad thing. So I've already uploaded a video in which I ran several tests on this iMac, so if you'd like to check out that video, then be sure to click the card in the top right corner. But in short, just as I said with the M1 iMac, this M3 iMac is still going to be a brilliant family computer. It's able to do pretty much everything, and the fact that it comes in so many different colors means that it's able to be placed in so many different environments and so many different rooms, and it will blend in like it's a part of the room. So if you are in need of a family computer and you have a load of iPhones, iPads, and to be honest, if you're already in the ecosystem, then yeah, this iMac will make more sense. If you're looking for a device to browse the web, play some videos, do some homework, and even the light bit of gaming, then you'll have no issues with this iMac. And talking about gaming, I've already uploaded a video on gaming on this iMac, so if you want to go and check out that, then once again the card is in the top right corner, and you'll also find links down below in this video's description. But as long as you're playing games like Fortnite, Minecraft and League of Legends, you'll find that you'll have pretty much no issue on this iMac. And surprisingly, even games like CSGO, Shadow of the Tomb Raider and Grand Theft Auto 5 also play very well on this machine. So yeah, I'd certainly go and check out that video if I was you. I seem to say this almost every time, but I have no issues with macOS, at least when it comes to functionally using macOS how I use the system. And so I'm fairly confident that you would have no issues too. I've not had any issues where the keyboard and mouse starts to randomly disconnect or anything of that nature. But the one thing that I will mention, and I'm not sure whether this is more of a software or a hardware issue, but I have certainly ran into instances where I've left the machine on standby for maybe even 20 minutes, half an hour, with nothing open, nothing running in the background, and the fan just stays on. Here, take a little listen to how the fan sound even with nothing open. It's honestly an eye-opener. So starting off at £1,399, it's by no means a cheap machine. And there certainly are other machines out there for cheaper that will get the same jobs done. But as a complete package, I don't think you'll really find anything as good. And let's not overlook that the display in this iMac is still one of the best going. It's very capable, has a lot of power, has the performance to back it. It's available in multiple different colors, has a full HD webcam, has speakers that sound really clear, along with microphones that sound even clearer, and will most likely get software support up to around 2030. As a complete package, I really can't fault it. And whilst we're a few weeks away from Black Friday, you might actually be able to pick this iMac up for a decent price. But once again, it's a Mac. It's got great software, it's quite reliable, has good performance, meaning you're able to do the vast majority of tasks and complete them in a good timely manner. It's got perhaps the best display of any all-in-one, has a really good webcam, and overall would be a good device to find in any living room or child's bedroom. And if you've been holding onto one of the old Intel iMacs, I would certainly think about making the jump. And if you've never owned a Mac and you're looking for a family computer to place in your child's bedroom or somewhere around the house, and you've been toying with the idea of making the switch, then I'd probably say that this is the iMac for you. So that'll be all for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to hit the thumbs up button. If you are new around here, then be sure to subscribe, clicking the bell icon to be notified of when any of my new videos go live. If you've got any questions with anything you've seen in today's video, then be sure to leave them down below in the comment section, or alternatively you can hit me up on my social media, links to which can be found down below in this video's description. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care and have a good one.